Hey guys, what's up? It's Yana. Welcome today, what is it, 15 of Camp NaNoWriMo July 2021. Here's a short recap of the day so far. So I couldn't really get to sleep last night until like the small hours of the morning. And then I fell asleep for a while. I woke up very early. I decided it was a better idea to just go back to sleep. And then I was just completely out until the early afternoon. And so my morning, I slept through that. And then as soon as I woke up, there was a message from my friend who was supposed to bring me a new laptop that I bought secondhand. It's a long story, but you know, my laptop has been fucked, or the screen has been fucked. And I figured rather than ordering a bunch of like different parts from 20 different places, because our laptop repair place just wants a completely ridiculous price to repair them, and this is something very simple that I can replace myself, so I didn't want to do that. And I was like, well, you know, if I don't want to pay them to do that, I could just buy the parts myself. But then if you buy the parts yourself, you just have to buy the different parts from different places if you want to buy them secondhand, and I don't really need new ones because it's an old laptop to begin with. It doesn't make sense to pay for brand new pads because you don't need them. The old ones would work fine. So then I figured I would just try to order like a whole top part of the laptop, like an assembly with the screen and like the back cover and all of that. And I could find every other model, just I couldn't find one for my model. So then I was like, okay, fuck it, whatever, I'm just going to order a second-hand laptop with a working screen, you know, the same model laptop but just second-hand one with a working screen. I'm gonna swap the screens, it's gonna be fine, and then I'm gonna have a few extra parts if something else breaks down. So I did that. The problem is when ordering to Bulgaria, there's like ridiculous fees. So I was like, okay, fine, this is great, this is fine, because I have a friend coming back to Bulgaria. She's also Bulgarian. She's coming back to my town in a few days. I was like, that's fine. I'm just gonna order it from the UK to the UK. She's gonna bring it back when she comes over. It's all gonna be great. So I did that. And here's what happens. Here's where the PSA in this video comes in. Never, ever, ever use Hermes to deliver anything. So apparently the seller, I ordered the laptop from eBay. I almost never use eBay. I order almost everything from Amazon, but in this case I was looking for a second-hand laptop, so of course I went to eBay. And I found one that was supposedly not even used. Somebody bought it for their kid, and then the kid got a better one. They didn't want to use it, so they were selling it. So I ordered from eBay, and the seller, the poor naive summer child, sweet summer child, used Hermes to deliver. So Hermes are basically Satan. You know, if you don't know that, if you live in the UK, Hermes are Satan. Even if you've had a good experience with them, just don't risk it. Just don't use them. Basically what happened is they delivered to the wrong address. So we figured that out after several days of trying to find out why the heck the seller was sending us notes saying the laptop has arrived, and Hermes were sending notes that it has arrived and it hadn't arrived. So they showed a picture of the front door that they delivered to. It had nothing to do with my friend's front door. So they delivered to a different place. We sent them a message, and because Hermes have a policy where there's a whole bunch of items that they take absolutely zero responsibility for. If they lose them, if they steal them, if they deliver them to the wrong address, if they smash them into smithereens, they have said this on their website. They take no responsibility. One of these items is laptops, which is why would you use them if you're sending somebody a laptop? I'm guessing the seller just did not read the terms and conditions. They just didn't know about this. It's very easy to get hoodwinked, because who would even check that? Like, that's ridiculous. If you're any sort of courier service, you know, I would expect you to take responsibility for the items that you're delivering, especially if you don't deliver them. You know, it's if you just randomly go to the wrong address, like, for all we know, they just stole that laptop and just took a shot of a random front door and said that it was delivered. There's no way to tell. So basically, my friend sent them a message and they replied with, "We're so sorry for the inconvenience. We found the courier who delivered to the wrong address. He couldn't remember where that was, so we can't do anything to recover your item, but we're very sorry for the inconvenience. We've told their supervisor and they've been scolded." That's basically the gist of it. So Hermes is obviously not going to do anything, so we're going to have to now contact the seller, whom I feel, if they do give me a refund, I feel so bad for them, because this is ridiculous. You know, they sent the item to the, you know, to the right address. They wrote the address correctly. It's not really their fault, apart from just not paying enough attention to the terms of service for Hermes. But yeah, they're supposed to give me a refund now, because I'm pretty sure that eBay is gonna make them do that. So bad for them as well. Not fun for me, because obviously I don't have my laptop. Now I'm gonna have to order again from somewhere, not from the UK this time. I'm just gonna look here. Last time I looked, there just wasn't the right model, but I'll look again, maybe something has popped up. And this has been a bloody nightmare. So after that message, and after I messaged back and forth with my friend, kind of halfway feeling exasperated and halfway making jokes about how ridiculous this situation is, I was just like, let's just go to the beach. So my mom and I just went to the beach. I did a little bit of work on my mom's tablet. I did some editing, so I have done some work today, but it's just such a bloody nightmare trying to edit on this thing. Like editing with a touch screen. If you've ever tried it, it's just awful, and I hate touch screens, but even if I didn't, I think it'd still be very inconvenient. And so then we came back, and I am now in the middle of my lessons, because today's a work day for me. And then afterwards I'm gonna try to go back to editing, and I also have some beta reading to finish, which I wanted to finish yesterday, but that never happened. So I'm gonna keep working, but I don't know if I have it in me to like really vlog what happened. But there was one other cool writing related thing that I can talk to you about today, and that actually has to do with my completely ridiculous Billionaire romance book that I wrote a few months ago for this website, online novel reading website, where usually the novels are like ridiculously low quality, but they paid me, so you know. So I hadn't logged into that website for like a million years, and yesterday, just out of curiosity, I had a few minutes and I got curious and I logged back into there. That story is pretty high, even so many months later. It's pretty high in the rankings. It's like number 5 in the LGBT category. And I was like, for goodness sake, I don't know if this makes me happy because somebody likes it and a good number of people are reading it, or if it makes me feel really like depressed because so many of the things that I've put a lot more effort into, that I know are much better, that are proper books with good writing, with good plot, without spelling or typos or any like weird grammar that I didn't fix because I've never reread those well, I think I've reread them once, the chapters that I posted. So many of those things, like 5 people in the world have read them, and this thing, like, people are reading it. Some of them are even buying it because it's paid now, because once you participate in the competition, even if you don't want to make your book paid, the website makes it, like, starts selling it. That's the kind of contract that you sign. So I wouldn't have, like, I would have given this book out for free in the state that it's in now. But it kind of got me thinking. I was like, is there something there? I did like the characters. I thought there were a few like interesting things in it. I don't think the overall story is like very good, but maybe it could be improved. So I kind of started thinking, okay, once my contract runs out, because they have the rights to, like, I can't post it anywhere else or publish it anywhere else for like a year, but once that contract runs out, should I maybe go back? Because it's a full, I mean, it's a very, very tiny short novel. It's almost like it's slightly bigger than a novella. But should I maybe go back and re-edit this thing, come up with a better ending, because the ending is beyond dumb. I was running out of time. The deadline was approaching. I literally submitted it the last day and I came up with a freaking stupid ending to the whole thing. It kind of just stops. So I could redo the whole second half. I could work on the antagonist, who is again just ridiculous, and I don't like how that bit's done. The actual relationship, the love story between the two main characters, I do like. There is also a kid, well, one of them has a kid. It's not really his kid, it's his niece who was orphaned and now he's her legal guardian. I like her as a character. I think she's really fun. I think kid characters can sometimes be awful. I don't think that she is. I like her. So there are salvageable things there. Should I add this to the list of projects that I would actually devote any real attention to? Because that's what, excuse me, that wasn't the plan. The plan was to just write a piece of shit, take some money, and then forget it ever existed and never allow it to be connected to my name. But maybe, now when I look at it, maybe what I ended up with wasn't so bad. I already said in another video, I didn't manage to really include all the tropes that I hate that I was planning on including, because this was supposed to be an experiment. It failed as an experiment because it was supposed to be me writing a horrible, abusive, dumb, like billionaire romance when one of them was like a mob boss and the other one was an idiot, something like that. But that's not what happened. I actually ended up with a very sweet, very kind of reasonable and like very just nice love story. So I don't know. Let me know what you think. Let me know if this is something that sounds even vaguely interesting, that you think that I should maybe turn into a legitimate romance. I've never planned on writing just straight up romance. It's not my thing. It's usually like all of it includes romance, but it's like fantasy with some romance or something else with some romance, not just straight up romance. But should I? That's the question. I think that's gonna be my video for today, just a little bit of an update, and then hopefully later tonight I'm gonna do some more work, but I don't think I'm gonna bother filming it. So this is where I'm gonna end it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!